time it is. It's that time for you to pick up your crown and place it on your head and do not adjust it for nobody. So welcome to Pick Up Your Crown podcast with your girl. You know who it is. It's your girl, Miss Daybreak, and I'm here. I'm here in the building, and I'm here, my kings and queens, to help represent this kingdom we call life. Okay? How are you doing? Because guess what? It is on. It is popping. It is on. It is on. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Get ready. Y'all ready? Let's get ready for this. All right. It's another week. Hope y'all are doing fine. If not, you know what? I know that you are. And I know it'll be okay. And I can't wait to see you in your victorious self. Okay? Because guess what we are doing here on Pick Up Your Crown podcast? We are moving towards a future. We're moving to bigger and greater things. We are allowing the greatness inside of us to pop out and say, hello. That's what we're here to do, okay? So my kings and queens, what to do, y'all? What to do, y'all? What to do, y'all? Thank you again for coming in and hanging with your girl at Pick Up Your Crown podcast. Now, on this podcast, I may mumble, fumble, jumble, but guess what? It is okay. We are not perfect. I don't know about y'all. I don't know if you see my resume, but nowhere on my resume does it say I am Jesus. We strive and thrive to be more like him, but we gonna make some mistakes in the meanwhile, okay? The fact of the matter is when you do make mistakes, you need to learn from them. You got to live your life, but you also got to learn to get up off the ground, dust yourself off, say, my bad, I shouldn't have did that, or I'm sorry. Say thank you for the person who helped you up. You're welcome. Get up and keep it moving and moving towards greatness, moving towards the plan that God has for you, moving towards the purpose that each one of us has. Okay? Each one of us has that. And that's what I'm here to do again on Pick Up Your Crown. It's time for us to embrace the king and queen that is inside of us, that has been muffled, that has been put on the back burner, has been thought of as an afterthought, that even we ourselves put ourselves on the back burner and didn't think that we deserve to wear this crown. But guess what? This crown has been presented to you way before you were even born. So it is yours. Capture it. Put it on. Make it feel good to you. Make it feel good to you. Shake them shoulders. Shake them shoulders off. And let's get this party moving. Okay. So, let's get into what today's episode is all about. And it goes a little something like this. Heard it. Na 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 na. Okay. Just, it just reminded me of that song, okay? Here comes the hot step of murder. I'm the lyrical gangster. Okay. No, that wasn't my song. But you know what it is. I hope I got you guys hyped. Because that's my thing. I just want you to be able to smile. Okay? We have all these feelings in the world. And sometimes we just need to be able to shake off that frown and be able to put a smile on our face to know that it is okay to have a bad day or have a bad moment. But it's also better to be able to smile your way through it. And the key word in that sentence is through. Okay. So the heading for today is, now baby, you got to get back in line and wait your turn. Get back in line and wait your turn. For those in the back, I said, baby, I'm going to need you to get back in line and wait your turn. Let's talk about what I mean by that. Sometimes, just because you see people ahead of you, that doesn't mean that they're ahead of you. Your time is coming. When you get to the front of the line, it'll be the perfect time and right on time. Okay? Reason why I'm talking about this is because I had to spend a little time in the airport over the past weekend, and I was blessed with one of the buddy passes. What that is that you're on standby. Pretty much you do not have to pay for your ticket. And again, that was a gift that was given to me. You don't have to pay for your ticket, but your time may be spent sitting down waiting to see if there's a seat for you. Pretty much the individuals who paid for their flight have first come access. Okay? You as a standby, you have to wait until everybody is boarded, and hopefully there's some empty seats that are left on that flight, so therefore they can place you in that flight, on that flight. So the other day, I found myself sitting and I had to get bumped from one flight to the next flight to the next flight. And I could not really get upset by that because, again, the gift is in the fact that I didn't have to pay for a flight. The gift wasn't in the time that you may spend waiting on the flight. The gift was that I didn't have to spend money on the flight. So other people who got in line, who've already paid for their tickets, they can get in line now when it's time for boarding. It's time for boarding flight 1273. First class come first. Those people that need additional assistance come forward. But I watched how other people who are also on standby decided that they wanted to get in that line, knowing they're on standby, right? And I watched as each one of them jumped in line, like one jumped in line, and they were said, hey, you have a standby ticket. You would have to wait until everybody is boarded, and then there's a list of standby, and we'll let you know. We'll call your name. Okay, that one person jumped out of line. Okay. I see another one stand up and get in the line. So you're thinking, hey, okay, they might have a bought ticket maybe, but no, they too stand by. And the individual said the same thing. And he said it loud enough so that other standby people can hear that. So how would it look for me to get up now? Now I want to get in line because now I'm watching everybody board. So they get on board. I got to get on board now myself. So again, it's like you trying to jump ahead of your position on this flight. My position is last. Their position is first. But I wanted to change my position to be first, knowing it's not my time yet. You starting to see the breakdown? How about the individual next to me? They too decided to jump up and got told the same thing. They were like, you're going to have to stand to the side or wait to the end of the line and wait your turn. It's not your turn yet. And that's how it is when it comes to starting businesses, relationships, anything in your life right now. Sometimes it might not be your turn right now because we think we need to jump ahead of somebody else. Like McDonald's. McDonald's, I always use this as an example. There's a McDonald's, now all of a sudden Burger King is like, oh, I should have came out before he came out, this and that. But no, Burger King, it wasn't your time yet. It wasn't your time. It's like making a cake. You can't make a cake and put it in the oven and think it's going to be done in 5 minutes when the direction says it might take anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes. If you take it out early, guess what? It's not raised up right. If you take it out too late, guess what? It's going to be a little burnt. It's not ready yet. And some of us are just not ready to take that place or take that position in life if we haven't prepared for it, followed the instructions, or gone the distance to be ready for it. Yeah? Just like actors. There's a skill to being an actor. Yes, you may be born with it, but sometimes you might have to take some acting classes. Singers, you might have to take some singing classes. People, engineers, you might have the engineer mindset and be able to build a radio from scratch, but you might need to get a little bit of some college in you, or some information, some studying in you, some research in you before it's your time. People who start new relationships. Oh girl, I met the man of my dreams. It was love at first sight. Love at first sight, but Don't you have to take some time for your heart to connect? For your mind to connect? For the bodies to connect? Okay? Just like you can't go to a job and just automatically assume to know everything about the position that you're working in. I've been in mortgages for over 18 years now, and each job that I step into, there's a different guidelines that you have to go by. There's a different type of structure that this particular is led by. So you have to learn those things. And if you in life jumping through things just a little bit too soon before your time, it might not be good for you, and then you have to go back again, back in line, and wait your turn again. Stop rushing the process because you see other people get to the finish line before you do. Stop rushing yourself, your business ideas, your plan, just because somebody else you feel beat you to the punch. I'm sorry to tell you, my kings and queens, there are many things in this world that has beaten you to the punch. There are ideas that have came before you, processes, inventions. Everything that we're doing now is actually recycled, but it's just now your turn. So just like you had to wait your turn to get on that flight, or you might have to get kicked off for the next turn, the next flight, you still had to wait. Wait on what is for you, and it certainly will be for you. What you need to do is learn to put them blinders on and realize, if God is ordering my steps, you've already made a vision board, you have goals, you have a plan, you've got dreams on what you see yourself in. Stop taking that focus off of you and putting the focus on somebody else. Like I've said one time in one of my lives, where when people are running the marathon, running track, there's certain laps that they're on. They have lines in the laps. Lines on the track, on the track field. And you have to stay in your line. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I believe. Now, if you're in lane 4, you have to remain on lane 4. There's no reason why you should skip over to lane 3 or lane 5, because you have your own lane to go down. And if you train properly, conditioned yourself properly, you may beat them or you may not, but you're still going to cross the finish line in lane 4. Now, as you're running, you need to keep your eyes ahead. Now, if you're running ahead on lane 4 and paying attention to lane 4, there's no way that you should trip up, default to the left or the right. Only reason why you are is because you're watching somebody pass you on lane 3 or somebody pass you on lane 5. In some cases, that'll cause you to be like, oh, I gotta run faster. Yes, you do. But that's only if you're in a race. But I want some of y'all to realize you're not in a race. This is not a race. This is a calculated time and season for your plan of action to come into place. This is not a race. Okay? And if you are in this race, you're running it by yourself. So take your time. Get it right, so that this way you're conditioned, you can hang on, and you can go the long haul. I also realized that in some track events, that even if you don't come in first, second, or third, it's based off of your time that you finish, that you still could be called the MVP or the leader of the pack because of your time of this race. You just have to beat it by this amount of time or this amount of time. Okay? But let me help you understand, in life, it's not a game. It's not a race. It's the fittest of the finest. It's the finest of the fittest, however they say it. It's how long you want to stay in this game called life, how long you want to have precedence, how long you want to have relevance, and how long you would like to prosper in what it is that you do. It's always a mess up to keep going back to the drawing board over and over again because, again, you launched too soon or you're not ready. I've gone to some grand openings and they ran out of food because they weren't prepared. They weren't prepared. But they opened it real quick because they saw that everybody else was opening there, so they wanted to get on the playing field. And the messed up thing I find about that is that if you're rushing to get on the same street, on the same playing field as somebody else, now you in a game. You put yourself in a race that you are not even conditioned to run. Slow it down. Learn what is yours. Maintain what is yours. Build up what is yours. Put some away for later what is yours. It's all yours. Nobody can take it away from you unless you choose to jump out of line, to run to the front when it's not your turn. Take your time. Take your time. Get it right the first time. Okay? We failed at a lot of things before because we are in such a rush to show off on these social media sites. Take your time. Get it right. Because as kings and queens, we're all about excellence. We're all working towards a greater goal. Thriving to become better. And marching into our greatness. And you cannot march into your greatness if you're trying to run and jump in front of somebody else. Because I'm going to be up there be like, baby, you need to turn around and get in the back of the line. It's not your turn. It's not your turn yet. And don't be bothered when it's not your turn. Because when your turn comes out, everybody's going to be right there waiting for you to show up and show out. So, hold on to the author of time, which is God Almighty. Okay? It's never too late for you to even start now. Those who are afraid to start, no, start now. You can start now. Start putting a plan into action. Okay? Write it down. Where do you see yourself? You can't sit there and say you see yourself with somebody, this one, them part, that part, blah, blah, blah. No, it's where do you see yourself? Pick up your crown and let's get to moving. All right? Because once again, like I said, when it's your time, we're going to be celebrating when it's your time. But stop cutting the line to jump in front of something that's not your time yet. You heard me? All right. Like Junior said, Mama said, Mama said, take your time. Take your time, my young kings and queens. Take your time.
say, take your time, young man. Mama used to say, don't you rush to get old. Mama used to say, take it in your stride. Mama used to say, live your life. As the years were rushing by, he would cut down on his age. He would tell his girl of how it used to be. How his mommy passed away, but these lines she would say, and at the time he couldn't understand. Mama used to say, take your time, young man. Mama used to say, don't you rush to get old. Mama used to say, take it in your stride. Mama used to say, live your life. You're young, so young, don't hold on back. Do all you want to do. Now is the time for you to stride, for you to get better in what you are doing. Oh. Now is the time for you to stride, for you to get better in what you are doing. Oh. A small boy once asked, when will I grow up? When will I see what grown-ups do see?
say. Boy, child, let me tell you, I loved it, did that song back in the day. And I still love it to this time, to this day. I love it because you know what songs back in the day used to have meaning. They used to tell you something. I mean, when a love song back in the day was a love song, it was a love song. Okay? When a song was trying to teach you something about life, it was telling you about life. I mean, it was like Mama used to say, take your time, young man. Don't rush to get older. Because adulting ain't too fun. It's fun. It can be. But all adulting also comes with responsibilities. All right? So just like this is like my podcast started, like I said in my podcast, plain and simple. It will be your time shortly. But get back in line. It's not your time right now. Wait your turn. Guess what's coming up next? Guess what's coming up next? Guess what's coming up next? It's word of the day. It's the word. It's the word. It's the word. It's the word of the day. It's the day. It's the day. Today. It's the day. It's the word. It's the word of the day. Yeah. I always got to put that at the end of all my songs. I don't even know why, but that word of the day song, I'm gonna work on it. I promise. I'm gonna work on it. Okay. But hey, my boys and girls, my kings and queens, my prince and princesses, how you doing? You ready for word of the day? Yes, it is that time where we need to learn a little something, okay? Because again, back in the day, I remember in school, there was always that dictionary word. You always had to get the word of the day, get the understanding of it, and then you had to try to use it in a sentence before your day was out or for the week. So go back to my other podcast so you can get those other words, and I hope you have been using it. But today's word of the day is pretty cool. It is specious. Specious. S-P-E-C-I-O-U-S. Specious. S, P is in Paul, E, C is in Charlie, I, O, U, S is in Sam. Specious means having deceptive attraction or allure, of having a false look of truth or genuineness. I'm going to say it again. Having deceptive attraction or allure, or having a false look of truth or genuineness. They say the suspect insisted he was telling the truth, but the detective felt his statements were suspicious. Suspicious. You get it? It's having a deceptive attraction. Again, believing that if you cut in line and jump ahead of people, it's your time now. No. It may be alluring. It may look like first class is the bomb diggity, but guess what? That's not where you're going to be sitting. Possibly not. Wait your turn. You could be, but you may not be. Having the false look of truth. Wow. Now, did you know that specious comes from the Latin suspicious, meaning beautiful or plausible? And Middle English speakers used it in the meaning visually pleasing. In time, specious had begun to suggest an attractiveness that was superficial or deceptive. It sequentially, the word's neutral, pleasing sense faded into obstinance. You get it? I hope you do. Pretty mean attractiveness that was superficial or deceptive. Now, I could talk about it. Now, plain and simple, if I grew up with no behind, bootay, bubbling brown sugar behind me, then all of a sudden, a month from now, I am now called bubbling brown sugar. That's deceptive. Because I ain't had one. Now I do. Okay? It's superficial. But that is your word of the day. Specious. It's an adjective. Specious. Having deceptive attraction or an allure of having a false look of truth or genuineness. I'm going to need y'all not to be like that, okay? Let's be truthful as we go forward in this world, as we build this kingdom, okay? If you run out of bricks, be honest about it. Don't be going to no Lloyd's. Don't be going to no Lowe's trying to pick up no fake plastic ones to put in place of the brick ones, because your kingdom's just gonna fall down. It's just gonna fall down. And that was your word of the day. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Oh my goodness, I must have jet lag because I might have a hard time trying to say words. Do you hear it? I'm sure you hear it. But you get it. Like I said, I don't know if I put the disclaimer in this one, but this is my podcast. I might mumble and jumble. I might mess up. And again, my words might be okay, study to show yourself approved just as well as I try to study and show myself approved, okay? I am working towards the mark. I am marching into greatness. I'm going to be there. I'm going to get there. Trust, I'm working towards it. I place my crown on my head. And guess what? Adjusting is not necessary. Working towards excellence is very, very necessary. All right? But in this session right here, right now, this is what we call the artist spotlight, our poetic spotlight, our spotlight where we allow individuals that have allowed themselves to showcase themselves in this artist spotlight area. And now we have Dr. P, Mr. Apostle, Chief Apostle Larry Purnell. And he's going to speak to you on how it's simply how it is. It just is what it is. Simply put. So let's govern yourselves accordingly, all right? Let's put it together to hear Dr. Larry, but we call him Dr. P with Simply How It Is.
I'm so glad today I heard.
This is the day that the Lord has made. Let's rejoice and be glad in it. What's up, everybody? This is Dr. P from Project Life Management. You know, sometimes you must tackle the increasingly strategic role that doubt and unbelief plays within your life. But do not focus on the old departing, but spotlight your attention to see the new arriving. As you dream for what lies ahead, commit to the excitement of the conception to the type of success that you are to soon enjoy. Make a verbal and sensible agreement with yourself that as long as you remain dreaming, that you will make it your interestingly venture to stick to it. Be reputable as a skilled entrepreneur of your life, continually learning about whom you are and what you are capable of succeeding. Keep your ears and your eyes open and be willing to try new things. Make your thoughts and ideas a land of dreams, a land where your ambitions are cluttered with affluent, weighty, and determined beliefs that your ideological past can reach for when it once seemed unattainable. This is where dreams come true. I know. Yes, we are terrorized by a fresh and predominantly threat. But folks, it's not the threat of division. It's not even the threat of principles or deficiency. Not even the threat of lacking of knowledge or tyranny. Though at this time, these things most definitely plagues our world. But you know what? The threat of them all is the threat of feeling worthless. This is the menace overall. You gotta see yourself as God sees you. You are of value. And there comes a period when you are to create a development of cultivation where you cherish and flourish your world around you. remain pregnant to new thoughts and give birth to new ideas and business enterprises. This will increase your times of abundance. And keep in mind that times will arrive when you feel excited and complete blossom to your hopes, energized with expansion. Then there are times of conclusion and completion when things came to an end. They have reached the climax of its purpose in your life. Don't be worried. These things will yield a harvest prior to fading. Then there are going to be some times where you will experience coldness, a drought, and emptiness. Times when the spring of your new ideas is viewed as a far-flung, purposeless nightmare. But don't be swung into anxiety, for these rhythmic and normal actions are intertwined and laced into one another. Just as seasons follow seasons, all things are working together for your good. It's not to be looked at as good or bad, faith or fear, excitement or boredom, but it's just an ambiguous message to you that this is simply how things are. Well, until next time, be not weary in well-doing, for in due season you shall reap if you faint not. Have a good week, folks.
Give it to me. I need a blessing.
Okay. So this is where I need you to just do woo-sa. Woo-sa. It's gonna be all right. It's going to happen in your time, in God's time, when it is your time. It's just simply how it is. Y'all, come on. Let's put our hands together for Dr. P bringing it to us. I mean, he just broke it down, didn't he? He just broke it down. Did he not? Well, y'all, that's what it is. That's what it is. It is another episode of Pick Up Your Crown from Break of Dawn Productions. Miss Daybreak, your spirit cheerleader, not only loves you, but she is also thankful for each and every one of you that did not find it robbery to take some time out to say, hey, let me listen to my girl and see what she got to say. And thank you to all those that are giving me some feedback on what it is that's with somebody. I mean, yo, I truly applaud you. I am standing here in awe, and I'm humbled by the fact that you said, hey, my girl has something to say. She is helping me pick up my crown. She's helping me to see what it is to build a kingdom. And to know that all things, whether bad or good, are working together for our great. It will, it can, and it shall be. Just wait for it. Just wait your turn. And you're going to come out like gold. Trust and believe you're going to come out like gold. Now, for those of you that have not been able to support, hey, guess what? I still love you. I will always love you. My job as a spirit cheerleader that has been appointed to me is to just love you and to know that, let you know that it's okay. It's okay. It's going to get better. It will, it can, and it shall be better for you. Because you know what? You deserve it. What is yours is yours. And I just want you to grab it. And grab it with all your might. Rub it on you from head to toe. Because it's yours to do whatever you want with it. And I just want you to present it to the world with excellence. And with longevity. Yeah? I can't wait to see it. Now, for those of you that want to support your girl, Miss Daybreak, you can find Pick Up Your Crown on all the listening sites. You have Spotify, you have iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, as well as Google Podcasts. You can also go to my website and click on the podcast tab, and it'll bring you right there to each and every episode. It will be right there available for you. And that's www.missdaybreak.com. You can also like and share my information through Instagram and Twitter, which is Miss Daybreak 69, Miss Daybreak 69, MSDAYBREAK 69. And you also can find me on Facebook as Miss Daybreak, but Daybreak is in quotes. All right. Now, if you also are an artist out there that would like to share your poetry, your words of wisdom, your motivation, or just tell me that you're an entrepreneur and you want a platform to be able to share your information, reach out to me at missdaybreak69@gmail.com. Okay? All that information is also available on my website. Just go to my website and hit contact and send me your request, okay? Now keep an eye out and an ear out, because your girl's going to be doing some mistress of ceremonies. She's going to be doing some hosting in the future. She's also a motivational speaker. She's also does voiceovers. So she's also available for you as well. And my gift again is available on my website. If you don't need me, you know somebody out there does. So learn to share. And that's what it is to be a king and a queen. To be able to share information to help build up other kingdoms. Okay? We ain't building up just no two shack bedroom houses no more. We are building up kingdoms. And in kingdoms, it becomes a community. I can't do it without you. And I hope that you can't do it without me. Now, of course you can, because you got God on your side. You could do anything with the Lord on your side. Everything is possible with the Lord on your side. But just to know that you have people that are in your corner that is going to help you in this fight, just know that we are here. Your girl, the spirit healer, Miss Daybreak, is here. So when it's your time, it's going to be your time to shine. And I just can't wait to put my sunglasses on. Okay? So I'm going to see you later. Will I see you later? I can't wait to see you later. Goodbye. I love you. I'll see you.
1 2 1 2.